All, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss dashboard using Azure DevOps. In last video we have seen how to create a very nice looking dashboards in Power BI that too connected with your Azure DevOps data. So, so I have a sample dashboard created just like this, which is a kind of a status report for my customer or my team. So where I see how many bugs are open, how many of them on high priority, how many of them got reopened in last week of that duration which I have selected. Incoming tickets like new tickets added into my system. Then based on the statistics, I have few graphs showing how many bugs are assigned to which person and so on. So how many work items I have closed and all. So all those details I can capture at centralized place. So I have a project, a sample project in my Azure DevOps. So to create your uh, dashboard, you need to navigate to the dashboard menu from the left section. Create a new dashboard. Let's say my report. Uh, you can set it as auto refresh for every 5 minutes. You can choose to uh, manage the visibility or dashboard types, like you want project based or team dashboard or team based dashboard. So I'm choosing the project based dashboard. So after creating, we see now it's a blank dashboard I have. You can refresh it. You can also see at what interval it is actually refreshing. You can manage its, you can edit basically the information related to the report. Then moving to the next section, just like my report, I want to have a kind of similar report for my project. So if I navigate to work items, I have some work items already. There is a source code as well. Then in pipelines section, I have few pipelines ready, release definitions as well. In test plans, I am not having anything, but you can add test plans as well. So moving back to the dashboard section, so I'm clicking on add widget. So if you can see, I have multiple ready-made widgets provided by Azure DevOps. You can check the extension gallery as well. So you can find multiple extensions uh, as per your need. You can choose them. So I'm choosing one by one. So I'm choosing this assigned to me, then show health details like how many builds got succeeded, how many got failed, then health overview, then build history. As we work in a sprint, you can see the burn down charts and some charts for test as well. So charts for work items. Then code tile, basically just like in my report, I'm showing some stats like on there are 20 open bugs, just like that. You can use this code tile to. There are some cumulative flow diagrams as well, cycle time. So I'm not adding these widgets. So deployment status. You can embed your external web page as well. Like if you have any other report uh, that URL you can add. So markdown basically H1, H2, kind of a random text, static text you can add. Uh, it also give you flexibility to add a new work item while going through the dashboard. You can create a bug or a task uh, quickly. Other links also, some feedback links if you want to add pull request, status, query result. So basically, let's say I have written a query in my uh, boards. So just moving back to the dashboard. So I can attach those pre-written queries to those tiles as well as release health details also you can check. That's sprint burn down chart, sprint capacity, how many team members and their names basically you can add. Some shortcuts and some welcome notes, a lot of things you can add there. So I have added few as per my need. randomly. So I'm clicking on done editing. So if you see now, I have a good amount of widgets configured. So if you click on edit, you can move them, and accordingly you can adjust them by dragging and dropping. So if you see, there are many widgets are not having data, or they are saying like configure the widgets. So the next step is to configure them as per your needs. So I'm configuring them one by one. So if you see, assigned to Ketan Agnihotri, there are zero bugs in the system. So in build history, you can select the build pipeline against which you want to see the history. So if you see there, it's automatically updates. Then chart for work items. So you can change the height and width of the tile as well. So like that. So let's say I'm selecting a query which is already written, product planning. So group by, let's say, state. So I can see this chart. So the next step is I'm configuring some embedded widgets. You can add URLs directly. So I'm picking this one, dropping, saving. It will render those web pages in iframe. So I want to reduce its size by, let's say, 2 by 2. Uh, then code tile, I can select the source code, how many commits made in last 7 days. Then if you see here, I can configure this section as per my need. So select the build definition. So I'm selecting one build definition there. So basically this is quite old project, so most of the data is not updated, or it's kind of a blank. So I don't have any test plan at the moment. So you can select your test plan here and can play around. So deployment status, so I will select a release pipeline for this. Uh, Deployment status for the build pipeline, let's say this one, and a branch also I can select, or I will keep it as a blank one. So if you see, uh, based on the environments, I can see the release numbers and all. So you can create directly bug from here while going through the dashboard. So I'm creating one. So how many pull requests? Basically, you can save and close the details. For the pull request section, so like that. So query results. So again, I am selecting that query which already written in my project. So product planning. You can choose the column, how many columns you want to choose, remove, add new columns. Sprint one down chart. So like this, you need to configure all your data. So iteration, current iteration, or iteration one. So just selecting. You have errors. Configuring this, please correct the errors. So there are few errors. The dates are not proper. So I'm just trying to see. Yeah. So I can see the chart. Then some of the quick links you have at collaboration on code, or automate your builds. So all those welcome nodes you can. So if you click on edit, you can move these styles accordingly. Okay. Uh, then I want to also add some let's say some static data. There for the static data, I can use this markdown. Here you can change status report. So this is H4. So if I make H3, H2, automatically this changes. Bold and link, accordingly you can make changes. So I want to move this, and at the top you can keep it at the start. So done editing. So this is not well placed. So I'm just adjusting them. So like this, you can play around these widgets, and can configure as per your need. So yeah, I think that's it. Please feel free to reach out me via my website k10.in, or my LinkedIn or Facebook, something, or any other medium you want. Thank you.